Hey, good afternoon, traders, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at the fan favorite Hood. Ticker symbol is HOOD, Robinhood. And I know everyone is high on this stock. Everyone's been buying it. It has been going to the moon. It has had breakout after breakout after breakout. But will it come to an end? So I want to show you some of the things I'm seeing in the charts and why I think this run might be closer to ending than going higher. Okay, so let's jump right in. So the first thing we see, obviously, is that we were inside this parallel channel. Price was confined inside it from the top to the bottom, came up to the very, very top, and we broke through it, consolidated like pretty much right on it, and then we were off to the races. And that was from about 74, 75 area, above the 20-day, and then we just took off. The previous all-time high was 84, right, the 85 range, and we broke out of that. We gapped up, and then just absolutely ignited, right? We had this massive buy candle, huge green day. I think we were up, I don't know, 10, 12 points in that day. It was just a massive day. So it created this flag pull, and then we've essentially what we're in now, truth be told, is bullish consolidation. But I'm seeing some things that makes me question if the bullish continuation will happen. We were perfectly set up from Wednesday, Thursday, and then today to continue. But what did we do, guys? We rejected this psych level of 100, right? So we had this previous high right there, and look what we did. We rejected it. So it spit back here, consolidated at the lower end, was looking like it could have been building, some bullish consolidation, but no. Then it went up Wednesday, went up Thursday, went up today, wicked through it to about 102, came back in. So what am I seeing, and what makes me question if we're going higher from here? Couple things. So the first thing is going to be bearish divergence on the RSI. So you have this high here, then you have this lower high here, then you have another lower high here. All the while, price is increasing and making massive moves to the upside. So that's point number one. Point number two is what has been our largest volume day. It was this one, right? And what did we do? We rejected pretty much. We didn't even hit the 100. We rejected it. Came down, sold down into the 80, high 80s, created this kind of base here, and then price did what it did. So that leads me to believe we have a seller in here, institutional seller, that's getting out at these higher prices. And then we had the rejection today, and you can see what happened, right? We had RSI even turned down even lower. So we see that. The other thing is we've never really had any type of retrace. The only retrace we really had were these two. So the first one was when we broke off of the 150, we broke through it, we retraced to the 150. Then we got above the 20, then we retraced to the 20. And that's really it in terms of bull flag down consolidation. Everything else has been ascending bullish consolidation, which typically doesn't resolve to the upside, but it has here. It has twice now, here and here. The only you usually see that with Bitcoin and with crypto, but you don't really see it with stocks. So interesting there, right? The other thing is we never really, when we broke out of here, we never even retraced to the top of this parallel. So that's another concern I have. Another concern I have is when we broke out of the previous all-time high at 85, we never retraced that move. So there's a lot of retraces that need to happen even for continued upside, meaning these retraces are healthy. These retraces are good for the stock because they need to revisit the scene of the crime. They need to retrace to where they broke out and then go from there. So what do I mean by that, right? So I mean this, right? Rejecting here, move back down into 85, and then we can go higher, right? Or maybe we fail here and we do something like this and we put in some bearish consolidation above here, and then we break down and retest that. and then we go higher. Either way, guys, this is healthy, right? So I see this as an opportunity to play the downside, to get bullish, or sorry, have put a bearish position on, whether it's a put or you short the stock or what have you, and you could have a tight stop on a breakout or something up here. But I see downside coming likely next week and into probably the next couple weeks. And then from here, we can reestablish that bullish trend, because I do think Robinhood is a great company with a lot of bullish momentum, but it needs to retrace, right? It needs to do this to resume, because it can't keep doing this forever. Oh, the other thing I want to show you guys is, check this out. So here's a cool little technique for technical analysis. So I love parallels, right? You see them pretty much on all my charts. They're amazing, right? Price respects parallels. So you can see we have this median line here, right? So what did price do? Respected it, respected it, respected it, broke through it. There you go. So check this little technique out. You can clone the parallel, okay? Then you can drag it and you can align it with the previous bottom of the other parallel. And what do we got there? Look at that. How cool is this? So we come right into the median line, and clearly it's respecting the median line. And why do I say that? Well, we've closed above it now twice, okay? But we haven't confirmed that move above it. So again, that leads me to believe we're going to retrace to the scene of the crime on the previous all-time high and potentially down to the top of this parallel. So I'm going to leave my pathing on here, and we're going to, oh, actually, let me show you why it hasn't confirmed. Okay, so we had this breakout here, but we never confirmed above it, right? So we broke above it, we closed above the median line, but then we came back in and reestablished below. So then what do we do? Yesterday, we went back, reestablished, but where did we close today? Right, guys? So it's this stuff. This is the nuance of technical analysis that a lot of new traders and even intermediate and experienced traders don't know. What I'm showing you guys here is the power of the confirmation candle, because it helps you identify where you're at. And being that we did not confirm this move into and above the median line, we're still, I have a bearish bias based on this. So obviously but again, I don't want to take anything away from this bullish consolidation look, right? Because that's clearly a flagpole and then bullish consolidation. But I'm seeing some things that lead me to believe that this bullish consolidation will fail. So I wanted to point that out, wanted to show you kind of how I'm seeing this. Again, I hope that through this technical analysis and my time going through these charts, it's helping each and every one of you to learn technical analysis, learn confirmation, learn all the things that will separate you in this market from other traders and make you a profitable, high percentage winning trader and not a losing trader, right? It'll keep you in trades longer, things like that. I'm going to throw on one other thing too. I'm going to throw on this order book block, see if that helps us now. And then I want to show this. So, I mean, just even on these bands, right? This is healthy to come back in and retest these levels. So, obviously we're extended. Can it continue to go higher? And can we go to the top of this parallel? The answer is 100% yes. And what's the probabilities though, right? That's what you really need to ask yourself, is what's the probabilities? How can I get an edge? And based on the things that I just really showed you, that helps you to really understand kind of where we're at. Okay, so I won't go any more long-winded than that. Hopefully that gives you guys a good frame of reference on Hood and kind of how I see the charts on Hood and where I think money's to be made. I think it's money's to be made to the downside before any more upside really happens. So with that, I will bid you farewell and thank everyone for their time. Again, show some love, hit that like button, comment below. Do you agree with my analysis? Do you disagree with my analysis? Are there any ticker symbols that you'd like me to analyze? I'm going to be available all weekend, so I'm going to be doing additional analysis. So if there's anything, hit me below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks and cheers, and have a good weekend.